Cheers and welcome to Bitter Reality Brewing. Yes, I went to CES 2025. That's right, Consumer Electronics Show 2025, Las Vegas, Nevada. Biggest electronics show in the world that I'm aware of. And I didn't know very much about it when I got invited, but I learned really quick and I got there and I was still overwhelmed. It is what it is. How did I get there? Yeah, iGulu cordially invited me. I really can't thank them enough. Definitely appreciate it. Had a blast, had a lot of fun interacting with people and people interested in home brewing. Even from the most basic level to some advanced home brewers who had been brewing for a while were really intrigued at the temperature control, how it did the carbonation, the serving, how you could switch from the pump to the CO2. I mean, they were just like, well, that's really simple. And I go, yeah. And they're like, maybe, I could do this for this, or, that would be great for my friend who is always afraid to get into home brewing. And I just got to see so many different people. Of course, there were people there working, commercially and looking to do stuff with iGulu that I really can't talk about, but it was really cool. Now, here's the key. When you get to CES, and if you've never been there, for anyone out there that's been there, go ahead in the comments. Let me know what you thought the first time you ever went there. There's over 141,000 people attending. There's over 4,500 companies. And, ready? Over 1,500 of them are startups, or maybe that's in addition, I don't know. It seemed like just an endless amount of companies. I want to say it's something like 166 different countries, territories, regions, if they're not countries, were represented. That's insane. I saw so many countries. I definitely couldn't say I saw that many, but I saw a ton of countries. Every time I turned around, I realized it was a different country, and just so much innovation and just so many cool things. And I didn't see but maybe a fifth of everything just because I was overwhelmed. It was overwhelming. I really felt more comfortable staying at the iGulu area, talking to people, and my 5 years in broadcasting, the voice, no problem. I can speak, I can project, and getting people to come over and check out the systems and try the beer. They were drinking beer. David, CEO of the company, one of the founders, he actually got from the forums of iGulu users that they were doing sodas. So he made a cherry root beer soda and he was serving that. And I don't do soda, but it smelled really good and a lot of people were drinking that. We were serving kombucha. We were serving cider, every kind of beer you could think of. They're looking into non-alcoholic beer. They've got some more kits in the works. I mean, iGulu's gonna stay. It's not like your Pico, it's here to stay. I really got to spend some time with David, the founder, one of the two founders, but he's still the, only one still there. And he really, truly loves bringing a home brewing type system to everybody. Anyone who can, afford it, and he's trying to find ways to make even less expensive systems if he could, so that he could get somebody who maybe couldn't afford this iGulu or the S1 that's coming out, which we're gonna be talking about that here in the near future. There are some, it's kind of basic to a degree compared to the F1. It's like the little brother, but you add some add-ons, and next thing you know, you got a pretty advanced system doing all kinds of cool things, where they have like the CO2 and you can hook it into 3 of them at the same time. So I see that as kind of spreading the cost around so it's not as expensive, initially. It's just some cool stuff. But David's really committed to getting people into home brewing. And the one big thing with this, I know a lot of you out there are hardcore home brewers, it's ferment and serve. But wouldn't it be awesome the first time you ever did your first beer, it came out very drinkable and enjoyable and you liked it, compared to maybe your first beer you were like, not bad, I'm kind of forcing myself to drink this. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But I had a great time. I may cover myself up with some of the videos here. I only got a couple videos, and I gotta tell you, the lovely ladies there with iGulu were kind enough to share me a lot of the videos, especially the ones with me in them, since I couldn't record myself without doing this. I'm not a selfie person, I'm sorry, it's just not my style. But I'm gonna show you a little bit of that. Yes, I was doing a lot of emceeing and getting people over there. I was like, hey, do we have any beer? And they're like, yeah, okay, boom. Do we have any beer? We're running out. I'm like, okay, I won't talk. But I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool innovation coming from iGulu in the next year and 2025 and 2026. But it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna do more iGulu kits, more little kit systems. I'm also gonna start doing some cool little things from other companies on the iGulu and show you just how flexible it is. That's another thing too I wanted to point out that I mentioned, and a lot of people asked me at the CES show, oh, is this like a Pico system? No, it's not. Pico, one of my biggest problems with them, and I liked them a lot, was that you were stuck buying their kits for the little system, and you really couldn't make your own kits. Well, that's the difference. You could do whatever you want and then ferment and serve. You can make whatever you want and ferment and serve. I've been drinking a cranberry ginger kombucha. Now I use their kombucha kit, but I can redo that over and over and over and use different juices, different flavors, whatever I want to do. And it's up to me leveraging the power of the iGulu. And that's right, leveraging the power. One of my jokes at the show, which I came up with just off the top of my head, was if you can drink a beer, you can brew a beer on an iGulu. It really is that easy. And any of you out there with an iGulu system, you're like, yeah, I know what he's saying. It really is. I just don't know what else to tell you. Oh, I know a lot of people are like, you know, is the company Chinese? Is it this? Look, it's international, okay? We have people coming from China. We have the equipment being built there, as a majority of stuff here in the US seems to be nowadays. But we also have people right in California. We have somebody out of UK, England specifically. The ladies love the accent. Aaron start talking and the ladies are like, ooh, he's British. Yeah, it's a thing here in the US, it is. So, you know, if you're British and you're like having problems getting a girlfriend, just come over here to the US and start speaking. A lot of the girls love that accent. But we had a great time. I had a blast. Huge thank you to everybody with iGulu. And I mean everybody, because it wasn't just, hey, he's here, he's doing this. No, they were all super nice. Everybody was awesome. Hey, do you need this? Hey, we got some food. Hey, we're going here. You know, took me places. It was awesome. I had a blast. Had some issues at the airport afterwards, but that's unrelated. I was exhausted. I just went and went. I had fun. It was sheer blast. Huge thank you out there. They know their names. I don't want to drop names, so then people start, you know, emailing iGulu going, hey, I want to talk to so-and-so. Hey, I want to talk to so-and-so. But yeah, cheers. Appreciate you. Had a blast. Thank you.